Click, click, boom. We are back for another March Madness at midnight. Now, did you see it jump right to 12 seconds? Did you see that? So,
no.
okay, I'm watching the clock. I think that's how we end up losing it. I really think that's how we end up losing it. All right, guys, we are here. We are ready to rock and roll. Now, I'm going to scroll and see if there's any questions starting at exactly 12 or 9, depending on where you are. I don't see any, so we're going to start from the very beginning then, I guess, and just go from there. All right. Niner Rick 49. If we sign Trent and Watson, are we Super Bowl contenders? I swear you asked the same question in the last show.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Even if we don't sign Watson, we're still Super Bowl contenders.
I like that. Faith in Jimmy, baby. I'm going to say no because I think this team is not just a quarterback and a tackle away. So that's whether it's
You're just
Watson
a hater.
Oh, that's not a question. Do you guys think we're going to re-sign K'Wan Williams even if we don't re-sign Trent Williams? Or is he gone no matter what?
I think K1's gone no matter what.
I think the 49ers have kind of put a precedent on bringing back the guys that they want to bring back. We've heard about all those negotiations, including the one with Trent Williams. I think that their priority guys they already brought back. And now they're going to look to see, what's available in the second tier and third wave of free agency, and then maybe they'll double back if those guys are still out there. Here we go. Beat says, "Will Niners re-sign Jordan Reed? He proved to be a good weapon." Okay, will we re-sign Jordan Reed?
I would like to for a low contract, but 1 year prove it like he did last year, sort of deal.
1 year prove it like he did last year. Did he prove it last year?
No, I'm saying like he signed last year.
No, I know what you mean, but I'm asking you now. Did he prove it?
No, that's why he gets another 1 year prove it deal.
All right, I see what you're saying. Actually,
he had some nice catches. Don't get me wrong, but yeah.
No, he did. I'm just gonna say yes.
He's also receiving most of them from Beathard and Mullins, unfortunately.
Right, but I did like him though. If we sign Trent, then trade Warner to Jets for pick number 2, and then draft a quarterback, trade Jimmy to the Patriots for a first. For a draft pick, sign Rodney Hudson. Thought, okay. I will say that sign Trent sounds good. Trading Warner to the Jets for number 2 is not going to happen because they won't give up number 2 for Fred Warner. Draft a quarterback and trade Jimmy to the Patriots. I'm not opposed to drafting a quarterback. Trade Jimmy to the Patriots, sure, and then sign Rodney Hudson. Absolutely. What about you?
Like you said, I agree. I don't think the Jets give up 2. I don't think that it's in the plans for the 49ers to draft a quarterback in the first round or the second round for that matter. So therefore, I think they're sticking with Jimmy or Watson if that ever comes to fruition, but we'll see. And I think they should be on the sign Hudson stuff already.
Yeah. If Trent decides to walk, what moves would you like to see the squad make with that money designated for Trent?
Go find another left tackle and the center. Let's go.
Yeah. You spend that money on a really good center and a corner. I'm going to say a corner.
Yep.
We talked about Adoree Jackson becoming available. I would go out there and get him.
Yeah, I like that.
Or like what was asked earlier, even Shark, K'Wan Williams. So I would definitely use that to invest in some of the secondary. Here we go. Do y'all think we're keeping Trent Taylor now that KB is gone?
No way. We got Goodwin back. Sorry, I tried to keep straight face, but I couldn't do it.
I tried to hide my laugh. I put my hand in front of no. I don't think so though. Either way, no, I don't think so. All right. Which wide receivers and center should the 49ers sign since those 2 major needs, assuming Trent Williams resigns with us?
So if you're talking free agency still, I like Mac. And Hudson's available, so if they can figure out how to get him, then that'd be great. As far as wide receivers, there's a couple still out there in the market. I'd like to see what's going to happen with Juju Schuster. There's a couple other names out there too, but that's like the big one that I would like to see.
Fuller.
I like Fuller too. Sorry,
what's
that was the other one. Fuller. I like Fuller too. And I think that'd be great because if we get Fuller, like I said in the chat, that's like getting a nice familiar target for Watson to throw to.
Yeah, that's true. a lot of the guys that I liked are gone already. T.Y. Hilton's out there. He's 32. You can probably get him for a good deal. Sammy Watkins is out there. He's been a little up and down. This might be a nice place for him where he wouldn't have to be receiver 1 or even 2 if he were to come here. Who else is out there that I might take a flyer on? Brashard Perryman. Did you say Tate?
Tate.
Yeah, Tate.
He's a little long in the tooth, though.
Zay Jones, if he's okay mentally, I would even take a flyer on Zay Jones, and last but certainly not least, my guy Curtis Samuel. I don't know if you guys remember how much I liked him in the draft. As far as center goes, I'm all on the Hudson train right now.
Yeah, I heard that Samuel is potentially headed to Washington, though.
Oh, okay.
I don't know that for a fact. It's just conjecture.
Now that the 49ers have Abukum, I'm going to say Sosa with Bosa and maybe Ford at edge. What round in the draft should the 49ers pick an edge? I think no later than the 4th. What do you think?
I'm still not opposed to them taking somebody in the 1st.
Yeah. I don't think Sosa solves anything. There's still too many questions with Ford, and there's even questions with Bosa returning. So I would say 1st or 2nd round also. All right.
And what was the biggest problem that people talk about when we argue that it wasn't Jimmy in the Super Bowl? Everybody wants to say it was because the D-line was tired. Well, go get some more pieces so the D-line won't be tired.
There you go. You guys see the stuff going on with Watson? Crazy timing. Yeah, I saw Ben Albright was the first person to send that out. Ben Albright covers the Denver Broncos, and the story came out hours ago that Watson was saying, I only want to go to either Denver or San Francisco. Seems to me like a really well-timed smear campaign.
Exactly.
The 49ers lose interest in him, so that way Denver gets their guy, and we all know that Denver's woes at quarterback are what they are. So I think this is all well-timed. I think it's a lot to do with nothing. And just remember, guys, it's innocent until proven guilty. Let's
Absolutely.
not be the judgy guys. It was apparently an interaction with a masseuse, and they say that Watson went too far. So that's all we know as of right now. What are your thoughts on it all, Brian?
I agree with you 100%. I think it's a smear tactic to get, that takes him out of that caliber of person that the 49ers are looking for, right? Mm-hmm. Character flaws. We don't like that. So I think that's a sly move by the Denver press to, get involved with that lawyer down in Houston to make all that public all of a sudden. Mm-hmm. Not saying it's not out there. Obviously, if you followed that, you saw that Deshaun's already sent out a tweet talking about more background to that story. And so follow it there. I mean, I don't want to get involved with that stuff, putting out wrong information. So
yeah, I see. Which is better value, Amari Rodgers in the 3rd or Cade Johnson in the 5th? Similar kind of wide receivers coming out in the draft that could play roles on offense or take over return duties.
I don't know Cade Johnson, so I can't answer that question.
Yeah, I don't want to speak on either one of these guys until I do a little bit more research. And again, I haven't started digging into the draft all the way yet. I think that the Niners, wide receiver is one of the least. I wouldn't be surprised if we took a wide receiver high, but I don't think it's also a big need. They know more about their guys than we do. If Jalen Hurd is coming back, if they plan on doing something with Jennings, all of a sudden you're looking at Hurd, Jennings, Debo, Ayuk. Like your wide receiving core isn't as bad, and unfortunately right now, good one. Your wide receiver core isn't as bad as you think it is if those guys are coming back. So I want to wait a little bit more before I start jumping in on those guys. Here we go. Here's another one here. Is the 49ers reported interest in Will Fuller a sign they're getting Watson?
I don't know that it's a sign, but it's, obviously you could put 2 and 2 together and make that assumption. But I think that they're just interested in upgrading their receiving room a little bit, and that'll help them.
Yeah, I second that. I agree. If we lose out on Trent, would you be good with using that $20 million on Juju and Rodney Hudson? Similar to a question we asked earlier. And by the way, $20 million a year is what he's asking for. That's not a $20 million cap hit. Right. So that's still plenty of water. That's still plenty to go around. All right.
Absolutely.
That's not that kind of question. All right, here we go. Should the 49ers use a draft pick or money in free agency to bring in a return specialist? So get someone off of another roster,
Yeah,
or
I think that the 49ers have I'm not going to say they've exhausted their thought process of draftings, because they pulled Pettis, who was the returning champion of the NCAA, right? And that didn't work out. And so I think there's been a couple of those players that they've tried to get their hands on through the draft. So I think that if they want to get a true return specialist, they're going to have to go through free agency to find it.
Yeah, I also felt like they were afraid to use Pettis back there. It seemed like they didn't give him a ton of chances.
Well, he didn't seem like he had a whole lot of confidence to me anyway. I mean, I know he did well in college, but I don't know that I can only assume, because I obviously didn't talk with Pettis, but he just didn't seem like he transitioned to the NFL mindset very well.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like he wasn't an aggressive kind of dude,
Yeah. Did you guys see that the lawyer is neighbors with the Texans owner that died? Yes. Yep. That's the guy that put up the banners for Johnny Manziel. With the corners that are available, which ones would you guys sign? I honestly prefer Desmond King or Adoree Jackson. I talked about Adoree already, so I'll give this to you if you have something.
I like Adoree as well. I liked
him,
last year. Actually, was three years ago. Whenever he was available a couple years ago, right? And I liked him then. And I think that it would have been a great pickup, but he's a couple years older.
Return guy. I mean, he's what you're looking for right now. It solves a couple of questions that we have here.
Right.
All right, here we go. Will Sosa be full-time edge rusher instead of outside linebacker?
Yes.
Well, all right. So, all right, yeah, that's fine. I won't go into it. I want to try to see if we can get the 1205 at least here. We're really close. Is there a chance Shanahan would not sign Watson because he might not be his type of quarterback? There's a chance, yes, but I don't really know what Shanahan's type is.
I don't know that he knows what his type of quarterback is.
Right. And I'll be honest with you, when I think of Deshaun Watson, I don't think of a running quarterback. So I don't think he's the take off and run like RG3 or Jackson. I think he looks to make a play and then go. So I think he actually runs less than Josh Allen. So there's that. If we lose out on Trent,
but he has the capability.
We said that one already. Yeah, he absolutely has the capability. Yep. What do you guys think about taking a shot with Patrick Peterson?
I'm not a huge fan of Patrick Peterson as he's gotten older. I think we can do better than that.
Yeah, I agree with you also there. I'm going to pass on him. What do you guys feel about David Andrews? David Andrews is the let me just make sure I'm talking about the right person here. Yeah, David Andrews is the center from the Patriots.
Yep.
So he's only 28 years old. I mean, I don't know if he's a system fit because I don't watch them a lot, so I'd be lying if I said I knew anything. But anybody has got to be better than what we had last year throughout the season. So I said, hey, give him a shot.
Yeah, for the right price.
Right, exactly. If a trade happens for Watson, would Armstead be a must in that trade deal?
No, and like you guys were talking earlier, that I think that cost is going to go down significantly here shortly. Which is what I've been saying for a while.
Yeah, exactly. Omar, I can't really answer this one. Why don't allegation NFL players come out on their rookie contracts? It does. And Deshaun Watson is technically still on his rookie contract. Next year would be the first year of his new extension. What do you guys think about AJ Green on a 1-year deal? What do you think about that?
Again, I think there's other prospects that you can get that are younger and you can get more out of. So I think we go that route.
Okay. All right. I'm just going to say no. I think it's over. Do you think we'll know by tomorrow if Trent stays?
I'm still calling Friday.
That's a good question. Yeah, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. I don't think we know. Here we go. Come on. 1206. Can we get a 1206? All right, Mike Bryan, have you seen what's going on with Watson on Twitter? Yes. Yep. Sorry. Here we go. Callie Young, Mike, are you heartbroken over Spoon, apple pie, cheesecake, or peach cobbler? I am not heartbroken over Spoon. I'm very happy that he went where he went, and we said it last night on the show. Remember, that was the question I wasn't sure if I could answer, and cheesecake all day. What do you got?
Apple pie all day.
I love apple pie. That is a really, really close second, but I got a weak spot for strawberry cheesecake. But that's going to do it, man. Great final question, and we got the 1206.
All right. Thanks, guys.